digital and social investment in this day and age is baseline. It is cost of entry for really engaging with patients. And there's a number of reasons for that. That is where they are. And it's across demographics. It's not just the younger set and it's not just the older set. It's across. But there really is, you really need to know where in that digital ecosystem your consumers are. And so that's why predictive analytics is going to be really important. The other reason I think that digital will continue to be a major place of investment is it's cost effective. In today's day and age, pharma is so under pressure to rein in costs. It's a great way of doing that without sacrificing engagement with your customer and the patient, and understanding that is where they want to consume content these days. Well, I think you can't measure patient centricity or patient engagement necessarily by spend, because there are multiple channels. Some are more cost effective than the other. I think the MM&M survey found a shift towards more digital and social engagement, and those are more cost effective channels. So I think that's demonstrating a continued commitment to being patient-centric when we're going out to the people that we're serving. At the same time, I think what we want to know is, and the best way for engagement is to really look at where are patients, how do they want to consume, what do they want to consume, and how often do they want to consume it, and go to where they are versus trying to bring them to where you are. So you'll see a shift maybe from owned channels like websites more over to social channels. And as that shift happens, what also becomes more increasingly critical for marketers really is predictive analytics. Test before you go out there and understand what is going to be the most effective way to get to your target audience, in what frequency and with what messages and what stories, so that they are really, it's not just being patient-centric, it's really engaging patients and having that kind of two-way dialogue that's most effective for them and for the marketer. I think one of the big trends in pharma marketing right now is actually not what people traditionally think of marketing. It's more on the advocacy side. And that's co-creating and engaging with advocates and online influencers to co-create content. You know, today it's all about storytelling, and it's about two-way dialogue in that storytelling. And so the best way to do that is to engage the people that are living with chronic conditions or diseases every day, to help co-create and meet the needs of the people in that community. So I think that's a really large trend that will continue, and it also demonstrates the patient centricity of a company when they're really willing to listen and not talk at you. I think the second trend that we're really seeing is more integrated campaigns. Some people call it multi-channel, but really thinking about the idea of going again where the patient is, or the care partner as well. And they're everywhere. They are online. Obviously, the digital ecosystem is so critical, but they're also offline. There are events, there are support groups, there's point of care. All of that needs to be robust and needs to come at it from a patient-centric standpoint. And that, again, goes to understanding what do they want, what do they need, and going after it that way. The multi-channel is also interesting because there's nuances even in what was traditional advertising. So you could have a DTC campaign, but there's also ways to be more integrated with that. So you could have a DTC, you could wrap earned media around that, the traditional public relations, and then also with public relations, moving more into what's called paid integration, so paid storytelling. And that's a channel a lot of people don't talk about, but it is where you'll actually have more robust two-way dialogue, storytelling in channels like morning shows or newspapers or online outlets. So there's a lot of different ways to get these stories out there, and at the end of the day, serve the patients and give the patients what they need to live a better quality of life.